I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky.
Hello friends, my name is Dara and welcome to my anti-TBR book tag. This is a very popular tag that is going around on BookTube, and so I wanted to join in the fun basically. So as with any opinionated video, these are just my opinions, and there's nothing wrong with liking any of the books that I talk about today. Of course, imagine how boring life would be if we all had the same bookish opinions. So please do not be upset if I did not like your book or have no interest in it. I'm sure if it works for you, that's great, but they just don't work or don't appeal to me. So let's go ahead and get started. Question number 1 is, what is a popular book that everyone loves that you have no interest in reading? Now, again, it's a popular book, so people might be offended by this, but the answer is A Little Life by Hanya Yangahihara. Sorry for butchering that. And I know you're probably wondering, if you don't want to read it, why are you holding it? Well, I was really considering giving it a try. I go back and forth on this book a lot. Actually, I should add this to the disclaimer. Also, please know that just because I'm not interested in it right now doesn't mean that things won't change. I could pick up any one of these books one day. I truly believe never say never in this sense. Of course, in other situations, never say never is like important, you know, boundaries. But for books, I could change my mind. Who knows? In a month, maybe I pick one of these books up, or maybe I make a video trying out books I thought I would hate, you know? You just don't know. I was gonna give this one a try because I go back and forth on it. I want to feel part of the hype that everyone says, but at the same time I don't. This book is nearly 700 pages, which I know I just read last month in A Court of Silver Flames. I read literally a 789 page book, but this one, like, the goal of this book is to destroy you, like literally just make you cry and make you sad. There's so many trigger warnings that come with this book, and while they don't necessarily like trigger me, but the way I see it is, why would I want to read a book that is just gonna be sad? Like, there's no happiness. It's literally just about it's like a little life. Okay, so they follow these characters. There's abuse, drug use, death, suicide. Like, there are so many, like, it only seems to focus on the negative stuff. And I know people have lives that are like this, that are just bad, but and I don't want to sound heartless, but I don't want to read about it. I want to be entertained by a book. I don't mind sadness in books, but I feel like there should be a point to it. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to read this. I don't want to cry for no reason, you know? All right, so question number 2 is a classic book or author you don't have an interest in reading. Listen, I'm not a classics kind of gal, okay? I can't even think of a classic that I've read that I enjoyed. I've read Little Women, and I've read The Picture of Dorian Gray. I actually finished Dorian Gray a couple days ago, and it was interesting, okay? It was a 3-star for me. It had good... the moral of the story was good. It was intentional. I gathered what the author was trying to do. Little Women was entertaining most of the time. I think I gave that one 4 stars. I actually enjoyed that one. But truly, I don't want to read a lot of classics. I'm just not interested in them. Just some that come to mind are Moby Dick, Les Miserables. Wait, Les Miserables? Les Miserables? Anyways, Les Miserables. You know what I'm saying. It's on the screen. I'm going to stop embarrassing myself. War and Peace. That book is so big. I just don't think I want to read it. I don't. And then, oh God, let's not even talk about Lolita. That book, from what I can gather, even just the synopsis of it, you're following a pedophile and you're supposed to empathize with him and like understand why he is craving a girl who is literally 12 years old. No, that book literally, I like how I started this saying there's no such thing as a bad book. That book, I don't understand. I don't get why people want to read that. I don't know. I can't. I don't want to do it. I refuse. to read a book where you're in the mind of a pedophile, basically. Okay, so next question is an author whose books you have no interest in reading, and that is Game of Thrones by is it George R. Martin? It'll be on the screen. I know this is a really popular TV show. I haven't seen it. I have interest in the TV show. I should watch it, actually. We have HBO right now on demand, but these books are so big. However, when I was compiling this list, part of me was like, maybe you want to read this. Like, in the back of my mind, they're like, you should give it a go. You love fantasy. You should try it. So, like I said, maybe one day I will try to read them. But what's really holding me back is that they are not complete, is what I've heard. The last book is not even complete. They don't know if or when it will be done. So, yeah, I don't think I want to read them. As of this moment, I don't want to. So question number 4 is an author you have read a couple of books from and have decided the books are not for you. And my answer to this is The Poppy Wars by, who is that one by? I can't even remember. The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I DNF'd that book. It was not good. I didn't enjoy the book. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. It didn't hold my interest, and I just not interested in that series, even though it's really popular, I know. So question number 5 is a genre you have no interest in or a genre you tried and couldn't get into. So this one, I will read almost any genre, okay? But my thing is romance. And I love a good smutty, steamy romance. When I don't enjoy romance, it's when it's like the traditional kind, like with the half-naked men on the cover, like she has to be saved by a man, blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm looking for an independent woman who can come in, ask what she wants, and get what she wants out of her romance. That's what I love that stuff. So like the traditional damsel in distress and sometimes misogynistic romance, I just don't care for it. All right, so question number 6 is a book you have bought, but will probably never read, and that is Brissinger by Christopher Paolini. Again, I don't like to say never. I still have this book. I read Aragon last year, and this is number 3 in that series, I think. But there are so many books that I'm more interested in right now. Like the thought of even continuing a series that I thought was decent, but just mediocre, doesn't appeal to me. Like, I'm bored with the thought of it. So will I ever get to it? I don't know. Probably not. Number 7 is a series you have no interest in reading or a series you've started and DNF'd. You guys already know what's coming, I'm sure, and that is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I don't like her. She could have been one of the problematic ones, honestly. There's nothing really wrong with her, and I'm not here to kink shame, but she made fan fiction about Ron and Hermione, or not Ron and Hermione, Ron and Ginny Weasley from Harry Potter hooking up. And then in this book I read, there was incestual stuff, which is a part of life. Like, I mean, I'm not saying we should just stick our head in the sand and pretend that incestual assault or accidentally kissing somebody you didn't know you were related to, you know, that stuff does happen. But again, I'm not trying to read about it. And like, going out of your way to write something about incest, it's just not my thing, okay? I actually just got rid of all of her books except for the one signed edition that Andrew bought me. I'm gonna resell that one also, but I just sold them for like $5 for seriously 10 books in a garage sale, because some, like, it's very popular. Everyone loves Cassandra Clare that I can see. Just not me. I'm just not here for it. Never say never. I commented this on someone else's anti-TBR tag, or someone else's tag video where they were raving about Cassandra Clare, and I was like, look, I just personally could not get into it. I'm not a fan. And other people were commenting very respectfully, so I appreciated that, and they were like, no, you need to try her newer stuff That was her first book. She's come a long way. So maybe I will try her new stuff one day. But I've always heard you need to read all of them, like to be immersed into the world. But I don't know. We'll see. As of right now, I'm just gonna say no. So the last book is a new release you have no interest in reading, and that is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. I read King of Scars last year and it was really good. But you know how sometimes you read a book and you're like, dude, this is a really good book, but I'm done. Like, I'm happy with how I ended that book and I just don't feel the need for more of them. That's kind of how I feel. I'm just not interested in more of these characters. So I think with that one, I'm just good. I don't need any more of it. So that is going to be it for this video. If you do it, let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoy this video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find validity